広島、長崎の原爆と3倍から5倍のね、パワーを送ってんだよ。
動画撮っても大丈夫です。
全然大丈夫です。全然大丈夫です。
大丈夫だ。
皆さんはプーチンのことどう思ってますか？
最高です。
NATO とかアメリカがしてたことを歴史的に見ると、
見ると、ロシア全然天使だよ。
アメリカの国よく使う何かゴキブリみたいな人たち。
Do you feel there is a freedom of speech in Russia?
Oh no, they're complete. If you, yeah, because you're gonna get, you can get into prison for it.
3月15日から17日、3日間にかけて行われたロシアの大統領選挙ですが、結果はウラジーミル・プーチン大統領の圧勝という形で結果が出ました。で、今日の動画ではこのチャンネルのモットーであるできるだけ生の情報をお伝えしていろいろと考えていきたいと思います。今画面に表示しているように、今回ロシアの大統領選挙在外投票所が世界中に設置され、設置国は144カ国、投票所総数は295ということでした。当然隣国である日本も無関係ではなく、東京など4カ所で投票が行われたということなんですけれども、私は昨日17日、東京の麻布台にあるロシア大使館に取材に伺いました。
の花心に川の季節みたち、君の季里にも春はしおりどりぬ、君の季里にも春はしおりどりぬ。
Танцуйте!
Яблони и груши, поплыли туманы над рекой. Выходила на берег Катюша, на высокий берег, на крутой. Выходила на берег Катюша, на высокий берег, на крутой. Все.
Ты сейчас увидела, да?
Why you just sing national?
Молодец.
Паша начал ему по-японски.
No, Russian song. Я не могу голосовать.
I have a YouTube channel.
Паша, что надо спрашивать?
Please.
I have a YouTube channel.
Hi.
And then I came to interview people because of this election. I want to know what people think. But most of the people right now, they are queuing mostly for protests.
Okay.
But actually, in my stance is I'm not against Russia. I'm not against.
日本語でいいですか？日本語わかりますか？
そう、日本語わかりましたから大丈夫です。
日本語大丈夫。
どちらかというと反プーチンとかではないし、反ロシアではないんですけど、今いろんな人に話を聞いたら、今日の12時の人たちはみんなプロテストに来てる。
はい。
で、皆さんはなんか歌を歌ってたからちょっと違うのかなと思って、どうなんだろうと思って。
私たち平和。
平和？
まあ平和の歌、それ別に今歌って
世界で人気あるこの歌、昔から
やろうさせようとか意味じゃなくて、もう全然ただ平和、なんか昔々からある歌だから。
今日はプロテストに来たわけではない。
あ、もちろん選挙。
Считайте, ну, группу Минна на Ника Путина.
楽しく選挙の楽しく。
動画撮っても大丈夫ですか？
全然大丈夫です。大丈夫です。
皆さんはプーチンのことどう思ってますか？
最高です。チャンピオン、ゴールドのチャンピオン。
プーチンは今はロシアで最強のだと思います。
ピースのためよく頑張ってる。プーチン、ゴールドのピースのため。
最近タッカー・カールソンがプーチンのインタビューをしたんですね。それについて皆さんご覧になりました？
まあ、то есть, короче, там типа Путин же говорил типа про войну, там что-то типа.
Не спрашивают, видели интервью с Карлсоном?
見た、してる。 見たことある。正しいです。
の岸さんはなかなか来ないね。
で結構今回の特別軍事作戦に関して批判される特別軍事作戦に関して、ロシアやプーチンを批判している声っていうのは国際的にあると思うんですけど、ただやっぱり、
国際は自分の鼻の下に見るべきね。私ロシアのこと言う前に自分でやってることを見てから私たちに何か文句言ったり納得できないことを言ったりやるべきと思います。
で今回の理解としてはやっぱりその空爆とかをロシア住民が多い地域にしていたで2万人も亡くなってるわけですよね。だからプーチンとしてはロシア住民を守りたかったっていうふうに理解してるんですけど、
プーチン最初は例えばプーチンは戦争を始めなかった例えば今は戦争ドンバスというところ、前はウクライナ2014年からマイダンウクライナ人来て2014年から2022年戦争、例えば自分でウクライナの軍隊とか来て、そしたら2022年でプーチンはもう戦争世界で平和したいからプーチンはこのところを助けてくださいって言った。そしたら全体の世界では今はプーチン悪いと言ってる平和に世界でこの平和で生きたくないと思う。
ピースのためよく頑張った14年のからずっとレフェリーみたい方やめて戦争自分のなんでルガンスクとダニエスクずっと飛行機のからもよく爆弾もらえた。なんでどういう意味国の中の本当の戦争みんなに関係ないみたい方さるな見えない聞こえないしょらないみんなに関係ない方わざとじゃない。プーチンよく頑張った。ピースのため頑張った。
さっき私言ったこと納得もしかしてできないさっき私言ったこと。
私はできます。だけどそれを伝えるために今日は取材に来ていますね。だから今まで例えば NATO とかアメリカがしてたことを歴史的に見ると
ロシア全然天使だよそれ比べるとね。
Все, надо объяснить, что вот Россия нападали, то что 1945 год.
君は何歳なんですか
？12歳です。
12歳。このロシアの人たちの間ではやっぱり子供たちがこれだけその政治とかに興味があるというか話せるっていうのは当たり前なんですか？
あります。
すごいよね。
僕はロシアから自分の国全部知りたいから、自分のもうなんていうの？Как сказать? У меня свое мнение.
自分の意見
がありましたから、例えばもう世界では今例えばいっぱいの国はロシア悪いとかだけど僕は自分の国のことを言ってるだから、例えばロシアで今は戦争を助けるとか人もあるし、だから僕は分かった。もうロシアからこの意見を僕もあると思います。だから
日本語も上手だけど、何年ぐらい日本にいるの？
日本では今11年ぐらいから、前は日本の学校で勉強したけど、今はこの学校で勉強します。
ロシアの？
そう、今7ヶ月ぐらい。
7ヶ月。
すみません。
お母さん？お母さん。でも日本語はすごい上手ですよね。
はい。日本人と結婚してます。
どのぐらい住んでるんですか、ここに
？18年ぐらい。
長いな。わかりました。貴重なお話をありがとうございます。ちょっとチャンネルの名刺を動画に流して大丈夫ですか？特に。
Саша спрашивает, можно долго нагасти и кадока? Что можно? То, что она записывала, разрешаешь?
いいですか？ありがとうございます。最後プーチンの魅力っていうか、なぜプーチンが天使だと思うか。
なぜ天使と思う？プーチンはロシアを愛してるから。だから私たち好きだから、そうプーチンのことを好きという。
まあ、プーチンは国家も取り戻しましたよね。
ね、今までプーチンしかいない。私たちね見ると大統領なりたいだったらプーチンしかいない今。はっきり全部はっきりちゃんと全部やってるし、プーチン完全にロシアの味方してる。誰かにこううまくこうやりたいとかねじゃなくて、もう完全にロシアのなんという
ロシアのことを考えて、
ロシアのことを考えてやってる。プーチンじゃないと絶対もうロシアバラバラになっちゃう。
Куни на Кунарус.
今はプーチンは世界を助けるからナチズムとかファシズムとか、今はウクライナと例えば違うの国とかアメリカとかウクライナも今はファシズムある。例えば今ゼレンスキーは例えば僕たちは今例えばバイデンもとか、ゼレンスキーとか違うの国の
マリアネット。
そうバイデンは例えば今ウクライナに助けるけど後では例えばなんていうか後ではウクライナ負けると思うからもう 100% 分かる。だから今はロシアももっと強いとか軍隊とかもっといいからだから絶対負けると分かると思うから助けるとか人を例えば戦争に行く。今はウクライナで女子とか人は病気とかもあるとしたい。ロシアでは今は人はできるとかあと自分で行く。それはロシアでポリチクとか
あとロシアには言論の自由があるかっていうのはよく話題になるんですけど、
Помоги подсуякайте кто-нибудь.
ロシアに言論の自由があるかどうか。言論の自由、フリーダムオブスピーチ、フリーダムオブスピーチ。
自由言いたいこと言える。もちろん。У нас же свобода слова в России. もちろん。
そうもちろん。
そうだからね、ここに並んでる人のうちの一部の人は、私がインタビューした人はないっていう人も多かったんですよ。政府の批判ができないって。
プーチンの人じゃない多分ね。彼たちプーチンの味方じゃないと思う。だから
自分の人はロシアでもとか悪いの人とかあるとか、自分のロシアで分かんないとかこともあるし、プーチンのこと例えば僕の母とか友達は僕のは全員はプーチンは分かるけど、違うの人とかは分かんないと思うから、100% いい国ですけど例えば人も悪いもあるだから、これ全部
ヒストリー勉強してないから。
なるほどね。
例えば1941年はドイツはロシアで来てとか戦争始めて4年戦争だった。それはロシアで始めなかったから、そしたらなんでロシア始めるとか意味ないでしょ。だってロシアめっちゃ大きな国だから意味ない始める戦争。そしたらプーチンは全部ところとか助けたい。今はロシアは前は1900とか80年ぐらい電気とか人は悪いあったけど今はプーチンあるから学校とかめっちゃいい車とかめっちゃいいものできて、そしたら自分のすいません行くからもう本当にありがとうございます。
あとみんな当たり前ウクライナのこともみんなよく心配してる。家族の国みたいだから、もちろんだからすごい心泣いてる。
だからプーチンも高川さんのインタビューでは魂が切り離される。
ずっと前からピースのためもうその戦争やめて、なんで中の戦争やってる。すごいずっと前から私たち本当でショックになってる。すごい国なくなってるみたい。ぐちゃぐちゃになった。いっぱい人毎日いっぱい人死ぬ。全然abnormal。ぐちゃぐちゃみたい。アメリカの国よく使う何かゴミみたいな、何かゴキブリみたいな人たち。全然関係ないの。そう全然関係ないみたい。本当だ心痛い泣いてる。本当だ家族の国友達もいっぱいいる。 そのなんでその突然そうなった、わざと本当だわざと。
ありがとうございます。皆さんありがとうございました。どうも So you came here to vote for presidential election
Yes, yes.
and it started like 3 days ago.
Electoral мероприятие, electoral event, not an election. It's not an election when you already know the results.
Yeah,
Why
there
did you
is.
come to vote?
Yeah, to show the world that a lot of people oppose the Russian regime, oppose Putin's regime, to show the world, but more than the world, I think to show people in Russia that because this day and this time is kind of agreed in our Russian circles to come here. So most of the people who come at 12 on Sunday are 90% against war, against Putin. So and just being here, we can see that there are other people who feel the same way that we are. We can
So
feel united.
do you support what Putin is doing?
No, we
you
don't.
don't.
No, against. Against.
It's a protest organized by the Russian opposition. So because for people inside Russia, it's the only safe way to show that they oppose Putin, they oppose the current regime. Because what is the police gonna do? Not allow people to go to the election that they organized?
Yeah, all the other these kind of gatherings are prohibited in Russia. It's
Oh, really?
yeah, it's not. I mean, you can try to gather like that, but you're gonna be detained by police. Worst case, you're gonna get up to like 15 days of imprisonment. You can get beaten by police as well just by standing outside on the streets without
Yes.
without any without breaking any rules. Just we're standing.
Recently, do you know Tucker Carlson?
Oh yeah, the interview.
Putin.
Yes.
That was very much, how do I say, attracted the whole world. What was your view on that interview?
It's a very poor journalist job. Basically, he allowed him to say, Tucker allowed Putin to say anything he wanted, and he didn't ask any interesting questions. Although the most unexpected thing about this interview is how expected all the answers were. Like Putin is not even pretending to be some so smart leader. He just uses the arguments that any old grandpa use. Yeah, kind of like that. It's not the speech of a great leader, but some old man. Yeah.
How long do you live here?
2 years.
Around a year.
What may I ask what kind of things you do? You study or you work?
Working.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah,
Thank
but
you.
first I was studying for 1.5 years, studying Japanese and now working in Japanese company.
Yeah, basically, I moved here because the war started, because they organized this.
The military draft?
Yeah,
So if you're a Russian man, there's a high chance of you being forced into the military and sent to Ukraine to get killed or kill someone. Which is
How can I kill possibly my relatives? Even the people I don't know. I'm completely against violence, against killing. Yeah. Everybody deserves to live.
Also, you said before that you think that Western media portrays everything in.
I personally think they are manipulating the information.
I definitely agree that Russia is Russian government is bad, but also U.S. government is bad. Other countries' governments are very flawed, and this is kind of the media war is going on. But there's but at the same time, there's an actual war going in Ukraine and people getting killed, and there's no way that this should be allowed in our modern world. I think.
Just don't mix Russian people and Russian government.
Right. That's very interesting.
And this kind of mixing is common among all journalists, Putin supporters or Putin opposers. Yeah, they all kind of say that bad Russians or all good Russians, great leader, everyone supports him. No, not everyone, as you can see.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. All of the people standing in this line right now are probably against Putin.
Do you feel there is a freedom of speech in Russia?
Oh no, there's no freedom. Because you gotta get, you can get into prison for a couple of years for that. There's no freedom of speech, and even we are not, very safe here.
Do you feel freedom of speech better in Japan?
Yeah, being in Japan, yes, but if we go back to Russia, it's definitely a bit scary.
Even here, Russian people are afraid to say their opinion because, they're afraid then when they go to the embassy, they will be arrested there. So.
Thank you very much.
I came here to vote,
Yes. And why did you come here today? It's a lovely Sunday.
Well, you mean why I came here like today overall or at this time in particular? Which one is that?
To vote.
To vote, yeah. But like, there is not many ways for Russians to show each other that like we're not happy about like everything.
What you're not happy about the government?
Yeah. Well, you see, like I'm 30 now, and by the time I could vote, like for the first time in my life, Putin was there for like 80 years, right?
Yes.
So, I'm not happy that like something was decided without myself, like at that time, and now it like just goes on, and now they started the war, like no matter what the reasons are, and I'm just. I want to do like something that I can do like here today.
So you don't really agree with the law Russia started against Ukraine?
Yes, totally. Like whatever the reasons are, there could be like better ways. I'm very convinced. Yeah, so.
But
it's pretty simple.
Recently, like Tucker Carlson,
Sorry?
Tucker Carlson, American journalist, interviewed Putin, and lots of people changed sort of their way of looking at Putin.
You think so? Like where? You mean in the West or?
To be honest, on my channel.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's sad to be honest, because like. He didn't ask any question like a true journalist would ask, I think. Like there are so many things he just avoided to ask. So yeah, that's not a true interview in my.
What did you want him to ask then?
Oh man, there is a lot of stuff. Let's see. It's hard to come up with like.
For example, do you feel there is a freedom of speech in Russia?
I mean, you're expecting me to say no, right? And like, I would say that there is none, but.
No, I mean actually, my impression is that there is a freedom of speech in Russia.
Oh yeah.
But because I asked a few people, now I started to doubt about it, to be honest. Yeah. And I'm not working for mainstream media, so I want to know what Russian people think about Russia.
Oh, you see, like it's hard to tell because we're all tend to remain in our own like informational bubble, as they call it, right? So, like in my like around. Sorry.
That's fine.
Like people surrounding me, they're mostly like they're the same. They have the same image as myself and have the same opinion. But for me, it's hard to tell like how many actual supporters like the Putin and his government has. I think like in like smaller villages, towns, probably there is much more of them than here, like around in my circle of like, you know, acquaintances. So what was the question? Sorry. Freedom of speech. Yeah. Hey, well, you've probably like if you track the situation, you've probably seen that like there were like laws about like foreign agents, and they were cut off like their income recently. Like they were forbidden from having like ads in their videos and stuff. Yeah. So, is that a freedom of speech? Well, I don't think so personally. So, if there is one, it's limited. Like let's say, like let's put it this way. Yeah.
What about the election itself? Do you think it's been done properly? I've heard that, you know, people do have a wonder about the candidate of the election. I understand it.
Yeah.
The person who was against the war couldn't be one of the candidates. I understand it. But then we look at the amount of the people who goes to voting and amount of people who support Putin, it looks quite high on data. But, you know, people here today are not that type of people.
Yeah. Well, I think the percentage of like those who are against Putin is like generally bigger among those who are not in Russia at the moment. So I think like the percentage we have here is not really representative, you know.
Right. But that's quite interesting.
Yeah, and as for the procedure itself, well, yeah, there is a common opinion that it's gonna be false, the result's gonna be made up anyway. But well, at least people try to have those exit polls, and also some believe that there are how do you even call it, like voting place? Not sure, to be honest, in English. So in some places those falsifications are not being done usually. So people try to gather information from such places and like get some kind of statistic, you know, to try to figure out the real results. So yeah, the true result is, I mean, the result they have in the end, like officially, will probably be like again like 80% or something for Mr. Putin. Yep, that's it.
Okay, thank you. Do you work in Japan or do you?
Yeah. I'm
How
living
long are you here for?
around like 6 years.
Do you feel you have better life here, or
I have what? Sorry.
do you enjoy being in Japan better?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I have a wife, I have kids, and
Japanese wife?
no, she's Korean.
Korean.
So yeah, pretty
You have
happy.
your life here.
Yeah.
Thank
Alright.
you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, well, now I started to realize most of the people who came here is more like are not happy with the current administration of Russia or the Putin.
Yeah.
I have to be honest with you. My personal opinion, I'm not anti-Putin or I'm not anti-Russia.
You're not neutral.
I try to be neutral, but from the anti-globalism point of view, Putin is fighting with something that I might support. I'm not supporting the war itself totally, maybe, but so I want to know what Russian people in Russia or people here but Russian are thinking about the current situation and why you came here to vote.
I think generally we just want to have a choice and we want to like follow the rules of election to be justified. Like every candidate shouldn't be eliminated from voting from election by some other side rules which he didn't follow, or like some small things which didn't allow him to participate in election. For example, current participated person now in Russia, he had enough votes to participate in elections, but due to some minor rules which he didn't follow, he was elaborated. I think that's not right, and many people know this because many people voted for him. They're real people, and we just want to freedom of choice because every 4 years, new president can bring something new ideas and development. Which
So 6 years.
yes,
6 years. 4 years.
now 6 years.
Before it was 4 years.
Yes. Which now Russia is lack of development, I think, and good relationship with other countries, especially Europe and neighbor countries. I think that's.
My opinion is that I came to the embassy to vote against current president because I don't support nor his goals, not his methods. I don't think what he's doing and what he's trying to do. Neither of them.
How do you don't support like the wall or?
My main concern is his inside politics. Like what he's doing to Russian citizens is for me is a main concern, and what he's doing to citizens of other countries is my second concern, of course. But I don't mind what he's doing to us. That's why I'm came here to Japan. First, not to live in Russia.
Yeah, there was a few other people who were like that. That was quite interesting.
So I want to have my voice to be listened. That's my main goal.
Maybe we cannot describe every point why we don't like inside politics of Britain, but we can feel like since 2000 years having the same president until 2024, it's kinda already can tell you a lot about the current situation. It's generally not right. When many companies, owners of many businesses and companies are forced to sell their business, and they have some need to go abroad to hide from Britain. That's not a point. There's a lot of problems, and people know about them, but many people just they are concerned. They're sure that voting against Putin will not make any results. Even now, we know about Navalny. That's a very complicated problem which has roots from previous 2-3 centuries. People just don't feel like they have any chance to change something because now constitution and rules are not followed on so high level that we don't feel we can make any impact by voting or not voting.
Do you feel there is a freedom of speech in Russia?
Sorry, what's the question was again?
Do you think the freedom of speech?
I think freedom of speech was always a very not stable term because I don't think that even in America there is a completely
100% freedom of speech because you always have, like, you can say anything you want, but you will always have consequences. So, but in Russia, it's very high level. You will have a lot of bad, very bad consequences. That's why people are very afraid of saying what they really think on the internet and in real life.
How long are you here for in Japan?
Japan, we came to study.
Study? Oh,
Yes.
not working yet.
Like in Russia, it's not, for example, me especially, I'm talking about myself. I don't feel that everything is very bad. I didn't come to Japan because I was trying to escape from something, because anything was bad. My life was quite well, but I know that in generally problems they are hiding in places where you cannot obviously see. And my reason to come into Japan wasn't like I wanted to leave Russia, just because
Study university or like
currently we study language.
language?
In a language school. After that, because I already have a bachelor degree, I already tried to search full-time work after I graduate language school, and my partner, my companion, yeah, my friend, he already from a language school, he entered college
Okay, cool.
for study.
I hope you enjoy your time here.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
静かにしろ。
静かにしましょう。
あの二人、元気のおじさんたち。
Да, смотри, какие веселые дедушки.
こと考えた方がいいね、日本人。
Нет, они платят за это. Им за это платят, они приходят на русское посольство, перед русским посольством, и там мне их почти что. Жалко. Не хочешь здесь стоять?
Это обязанность.
А почему вот это? Раз ты что, собираешь?
Помогаю, молодежь.
Потому что я полностью поддерживаю того, за кого собираюсь голосовать.
Мало кто остался за мир.
Я за мир, поэтому я сегодня пришла голосовать за президента мира. Кто этот президент мира, мы узнаем по итогу голосования.
Хочется всех этих глобалистов.
Мир? Мир? А какой может быть, где